I'm an intuitive health medium, and I can see where people have trauma and stress, like energetically trapped in their body, and how it manifests into illness. And I just posted a video about people with a behavior who can't ask for help. They don't know how to ask for help. They've never asked for help, and they just get conditioned. It's all the way like from childhood. I just made a video about this and how it's like connected to being like latchkey kid and the whole Gen X thing. But someone left a comment referencing the person that approached me. So I'm here to explain that, and I'm also here to explain how not asking for help, yeah, that manifests into illness. I lived through it and healed it. So just to recap, I was at Lowe's and I was loading a bunch of stones that were like 50 pounds each in these bags. They were huge and super heavy, and I was, tossing them into the back of my truck. And this man came over and offered to help, and he was kind of being condescending, but I know if I had said, yes, please, can you help me? He totally would have. But instead, what ended up happening is he came over and said, you look like you need help. And I looked at him and I went, and I didn't respond. And he goes, oh, you're one of those strong types. And I still didn't respond to the poor man. I just kept looking at him and I go, yeah, I guess. And I kept loading the bags. I had no idea, like, the concept of receiving help is completely, I'm oblivious to it. So I went into this video to explain what was happening, and someone had mentioned, like, I understand what you're saying, but I'm here to tell you that that man was offering to help you. And this person is a very loyal follower. They comment on almost all of my videos, so I'm hoping she sees this because she was absolutely right. The poor man was trying to help me, and I just stared at him. I had no idea. So when it comes to being a person that doesn't know how to take help from people, or someone that's always helping others, there's a few different things going on, but I'm coming at this because of being very independent and very strong in childhood because of the circumstances in my childhood environment. Nothing abusive, just chaotic. So I had to like basically raise myself. I was a latchkey kid. And what ended up happening is over time, by raising myself and then doing things for other people, because all I knew is to just do things. If you needed something to be done, you did it. And then what ended up happening from there is I got into a very toxic, very abusive marriage where a man just took advantage of me because he knew I would just do all the work. And then the next relationship was the same way. And then the next marriage after that was the same. I just did all the work. That's all I knew. But if someone asked me for help, it was like foreign to me. And I would say, no, thanks, I'm fine. I don't need that. But then the toss up here is I would say, no, thanks, I don't need that. And then I would get upset. Or if someone did help me, I felt guilty. Like it felt like an invasion of space to get help. And then I felt guilty, like I owed them my life, when really they were just a person helping me out. Now, where that affects the physical body, for the most part, is the solar plexus energy, our energy of decision making, our personal power, because we get so amped up in being strong and independent that when we have to take help from others, it actually causes issues energetically in how we emotionally react. That's where the illness comes in. Now, the illnesses that come from not asking for help, now these intensify and get worse and worse as we go in a longer lifestyle of not asking for help. So it starts out with minor symptoms in the stomach because the solar plexus is located behind the stomach. So it starts off with minor symptoms like stomach pain, lower back pain, pain in the lumbar area of your back. And then it starts to get into like acid reflux type issues or having a lot of acid in your stomach. Stomach issues like celiac, however you say it, celiac type symptoms, certain foods not sitting right, and then it gets into irregularity, constipation, or diarrhea, IBS, Crohn's, and it starts to manifest into more serious illnesses, ulcers, stomach cancers. It even gets up into like the diaphragm, where you have like that sharp pain in your diaphragm, because as you take on more, because you're not delegating and you're not setting boundaries, you're just continuing to do more and then help, it starts to create a significant amount of stress, which also manifests into weight gain, because now we're secreting so much more cortisol because it's a stress hormone, which causes weight gain. And so all these issues start to evolve from one chakra and one simple behavior that started way back, and not learning how to ask for help or set boundaries, and then we become adults with all these issues and symptoms in the physical area of the stomach because we're still not asking for help.